Hey guys, Dave and Cali. Check out this clip from Fox where John Paul Mac Isaac business, we're talking the Hunter Biden laptop, he got totally canceled and our government was part of it. It was our government that helped that situation happen. Take a look.
Joining me now is that repairman, John Paul Mac Isaac, along with his attorney, Brian De La Rocca, and Joe Flynn, the CEO of the America Project, the organization that is sponsoring the lawsuit. Good morning to you all. It's great to have you on. John Paul, we know that your life has been turned absolutely upside down because you were accused of spreading Russian disinformation. Tell us about the last few years and what led you to file this lawsuit.
Good morning, Carly. Thanks for having me on the show. Well, the last couple of years have been pretty tough. It was pretty quick out of the gate that I was labeled a hacker. And then after Adam Schiff and 51 intelligence experts decided to pen a letter and tell the rest of the American people I was a Russian asset, things have kind of gone downhill from there.
Yeah, and I understand you lost your business because you were accused of being a Russian agent, and your community turned against you. Is that right?
Yeah, things got heated. I had to enlist the support from Wilmington Police Department to kind of make sure nothing bad happened to me while I was at the shop. And after a couple weeks, it eventually got so bad that I had to close my business and flee the state.
Wow. You know, John Paul, you had the laptop in your possession for a while, and I know you spent some time looking through it. President Biden says that he has never had any discussions with his son about his son's overseas business dealings. From what you saw on that laptop, is that true?
I don't think he was being sincere when he said that.
And what's the thing in the laptop that stood out to you the most?
Well, for me, it was national security concerns. There was a lot of things that I saw on the laptop that should not have been sent in the open, especially White House information pertaining to the Ukraine being sent to private Ukrainian citizens to benefit their business. And the national security ramifications from that alone, I felt fear for the nation. I felt fear for myself personally because of a lot of personal and incriminating evidence I had seen on the laptop. I feared retaliation and an effort was going to be put in place to silence me. And
that's why you gave it to the FBI and also a copy to Rudy Giuliani. So now the American people know what's in the laptop as well. Brian, tell us about this case specifically against Adam Schiff, CNN, The Daily Beast, and Politico. Why them?
Well, they were really the main ones who perpetuated the lies. This case is about the concerted effort of these organizations and people to really knowingly lie about John Paul to the American public, create this image about John Paul that he is in some way sided with the Russians. And it was all their desperate attempt to ensure that President Trump didn't get reelected. But the problem with that is John Paul was one of the main victims of that attempt. So it really is about making them see what they did and seeing if we can get John Paul some justice.
Well, Joe, you're the CEO of the America Project. You're an organization that's sponsoring the lawsuit. Tell us about the organization and why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah, the America Project is building the largest network of grassroots organizations and individuals to support freedom and the rights of the individual. And we saw this case in particular as an egregious example of how government officials and the media collude to create a false narrative and to destroy a person's life. And for me in particular, as General Flynn's brother, this hit home for me because this is exactly what they did to my brother. So I reached out to Brian, who I've known for a number of years, and said, Brian, this is something we'd like to get behind. This fits exactly in our mission of supporting freedom and supporting individual rights. And we're just very happy to be part of this because we think we want to see justice for John Paul.
Retired General Michael Flynn, so we thank your family for its service. Really quickly, John Paul, because we're running out of time, I know you do have a Give, Send, Go account. What's that information in case people want to donate? We know you've been through so much.
It can be found, it's called Build Back Mac Isaac, and my friend Kristen set it up for me, and I have been just overwhelmed with the support that I've received so far, and I know if it hasn't been for that support, I wouldn't be here.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Not from the American people
Absolutely.
or from...
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We so appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.